Where are you before we get going here,
Yes.
Samsonov? Listen,
Crazy we haven't talked about him yet.
Yeah, I know, but we are right now. This time of year, you don't remember the saves you make. You remember the ones that you let in.
Well said.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you need to know about Samsonov in this series.
Because I had his number written down the way I take my notes, 35, up arrow for like big saves, good save, good save, good save.
Doesn't
But
matter.
it doesn't matter. Two of them are so bad, so atrocious that it's just deflating.
What's the kid's name who scored his first goal?
Asimo? Yeah.
When I saw that go in, I'm like, Jack Campbell, Game 7, Brendan Gallagher.
Was it Newendijk on Lalim?
Worst goal I've ever let in my whole career.
Here's what Mike McKenna said. Samsonov got caught between post integrations. His instinct was telling him to go RVH, but his brain went into override mode. He also subconsciously was loading up on his right leg to advance of Asimov going cross crease, which never happened. So he's thinking like he's caught between all these things in his head and just kind of gets his legs tangled up.
Mike McKenna also said, who is a trusted friend of the show, not kidding when I say this, the Leafs need Wall. They may still get past the Tampa Bay Lightning without him between the pipes, but he's the best option they've got.
And I want to get into that too, because this is now you're flirting into that area where you have no safety net at all behind Samsonov. And if in fact the Leafs lose Game 6 and he lets a couple of goals in like he did in Game 5.
Yeah, you can't start Wall in Game 7.
You can't go to Wall.
You can't.
You know, it's too late and it's too much of a gamble. And yet he could still maybe find a way to win Game 7 just based on new energy, but it's too much of a risk.
So you would consider Wall Game 6 and Samsonov Game 7 if need be?
No, I would flip it. I would give Samsonov one more chance tomorrow night, and if he dumps,
you'd give Wall.
No. I'm saying you can't do that.
Okay.
But my point is they've left themselves vulnerable in this area.
Sure.
That should be.
That's been a theme of this show.
For a contending team that should have had two goalies that you have confidence in to win one hockey game, it's no longer there. And even if Samsonov goes in there and looks worse than he did in Game 5, you've left yourself no choice but to go to Samsonov one more time.
Fix it. That third goal, the Paul goal, like he actively shimmies his way out of the net.
I hated that goal more than I hated the second goal.
If he does nothing, it might hit him. He had to actively remove himself from the shooting lane. But he actually gets himself tangled with his own D.
It was
freaking out.
It's a bit of a confusing game, though, because after he lets in that terrible softie, the second one, he's really good for a long stretch.
He made a ton of great saves, but Kipper's making that exact point that sometimes your goaltender needs to be great all the way through and win you a hockey game.
Yeah, 100%, and he was not that.
If we go back to the 10 clinching games that they've lost, and I'm talking about this group,
now, yeah.
No, but this group.
Okay. Oh, yeah, 10.
Right?
Yep.
This group's lost 10.
Gotcha.
In those 10 games, if you could have just made one switch in the position and took their opponent's goalie and put it in the Leaf net.
Yeah, they win like 8 of them.
How many?
Honestly, close to 7 or 8, probably.
For sure.
They've had the worst goalie worst goalie in every elimination game.
All these games are the goddamn
enough. And not even close. Not even like by a wide margins.
Yeah.
Right? Like bad goals that you'll remember.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. And it is, you just can't play the game assuming you're going to need the goalie to take it. So maybe you need to outplay them by 10% and not 1%.
Which is one of those clinching games where the Leafs have the first star be their goalie. That's it.
Well, I mean, not the clinching games. They had one this series.
No, clinching games.
Yes, I know.
First star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is often the case for teams that advance.